Well, on the bench ahead of Game 2 here against the Wichita Thunder alongside rush forward Lucas Helland. Helly, good to have you here. It's your first week or so with us. Got dealt in trade from Iowa, came here and flew with us here to Helland and Wichita. What are your opening impressions?
Yeah, really skilled group here, and luckily I've had a chance to go on a long road trip and get to know the boys, and yeah, excited to make a playoff push.
What's an 11-day road trip like when it's your first time with a new team?
A lot of good food, a lot of checking out restaurants.
Any favorites so far?
Oh, honestly, the hotel pasta I had last night was pretty stellar.
What kind of pasta?
Rigatoni.
Nice. Okay, so you got your first fight with us as well last week. You took on a guy who was like a foot taller than you. Not really, but he was pretty tall. Just what is that mentality like for you, wanting to fight anyone and everyone who comes your way?
Yeah, I think the game we play. It's a man's game, and the role that I'm in, I'm not gonna fear anybody else. No matter how tall they are.
Well, Garrett Klotz, who's a tall guy, was teaching you some stuff before one of those games. So what has he taught you so far?
Oh, couple little nifty tricks, that's for sure. But really, just be a pro. Like he's been a legend in this league for a reason. It's because he's doing little things and doing them right.
Yeah, what does that mean to just be a pro? And whether it's pro hockey or fighting, what does that mean?
Yeah, taking care of the body. Little things around the rink, being the first guy on the ice, last to leave kind of mentality, and I think that's what's given him a long career.
You were working on some tip drills as well down there a few minutes ago. What's it like working on the skill part of your game too?
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing for me right now is just trying to dial in little skills like that to become really good at one thing, just get better all around.
Being on the fourth line on this team with Connor Joyce on one side, and whether it's Cameron Buell or Seth Fighton who just came back, what's it like just having that role and knowing your role as the grinder who can also make some skill plays?
Yeah, I mean having those guys definitely helps out. I'm looking forward to tonight. I think we're gonna play in their end a lot and play down low behind the red line and cycle pucks and go to work.
What's that style of game that Dave and this team wants to push?
Definitely, fast pace, right? Like you see all these guys, like Wags. He loves to get on his horse and get going. And so I think playing fast, playing in transition, and playing harder.
All right. So you played for Chuck Weber with the Iowa Heartlanders. Dave's right-hand man in college for 7 years. Did he tell you anything about Dave when he came out here?
Yeah. Nothing but good words to say. I really respect the both of those guys, and happy to be here.
Are they similar?
Off rip, I'd say definitely maybe a little bit here in some of the, verbiage on some things as far as hockey goes. I'll have to get to know Dave a little bit more to give you an accurate answer on that one.
All right, so you're from Billings, Montana, 5 hours away from Rapid, of course a couple states away. You've been to Rapid City before, right?
Yeah, I have. When I was younger. All I really remember from it is the dinosaur park that's there. A bunch of big old toy dinosaurs, whatever you want to call them, sculptures.
It's still there, by the way.
Oh, I got to go see it. I didn't get the chance when I first got into town, so hopefully we'll walk down memory lane a little bit.
So growing up in Billings, Dave has said you're a cowboy. Are you a cowboy?
I grew up on a small farm. I don't know if I've earned the title cowboy just yet, but I like to say I like the countryside, yeah.
How many acres?
I grew up on 20, but next to a pretty big ranch, so I was always outside, and I love that lifestyle. I haven't lived back home, in some time, but I definitely miss it and look forward to getting back.
Yeah, Montana's big sky country, obviously. Like, what's that lifestyle like growing up in Montana?
Man, good people. Like I said, as a kid, always outside, always using my imagination. Wasn't like the iPad kids nowadays. But I think it's a good way of living, and most importantly, just like the values that you grow up with that lifestyle. And I know Woody's pretty familiar with that.
Well, Woody had 5,000 acres, so he's got you beat there.
Yeah, he definitely does. That's awesome. I'm happy for him and his family.
How do you from Montana, I know there's been hockey around, like the Billings Bulls, for example, but how does someone from Billings grow up around hockey and get into the game?
Well, definitely that, but I watched Mighty Ducks when I was like 2, and I guess that shaped my entire life so far. So I started first skating there when I was 4, and it's not too big. The game's definitely growing in the state, but pretty pretty average, childhood growing up in hockey, always away on the weekends for youth tournaments and stuff like that. And so, I just fell in love with it. And I guess, like I said, the Mighty Ducks have shaped my life thus far.
When did you realize that the flying V wasn't a thing?
Man, too late. No, I'm kidding. When I maybe tried it with the boys in Pee Wee, I don't know.
All right, so going into Game 2 here tonight, of course, a tough luck loss on Wednesday. Played well enough to win, but didn't get the 2 points. What's the key for these 2 games?
Yeah, I think we had our chances and just executing on that and, taking away a little more time and space for them.
Good luck, Kelly. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.